Hello dear aspirants, welcome to Epitome IAS. So dear students, let us imagine that we are going for a war or a battle, but we have not properly estimated our opponent. We have not properly calculated our opponent's strengths and weaknesses. What do you think will happen? It is clear that we are coming back home with lot of injuries throughout our body. So it becomes extremely important that we calculate our opponent before the battle itself. So in case of a civil service aspirant, it is important that you understand the examination. You understand the needs of the examination. And how will you understand the needs of the examination? So one way of doing that is by analyzing the PYQs of that particular exam. But sadly, what happens is most of the aspirants they are not able to understand the importance of the PYQs. They are joining 2, 3, 4 test series, solving thousands of MCQs, but they are not able to give some time for the PYQ analysis. So the next question comes is who should do the PYQ analysis? So I would say be it a beginner or someone who has already started the preparation and is in the process or someone who is going to give the exam. So it becomes extremely important for every aspirant to analyze the PYQs. I'll tell you why. In case of a beginner, the PYQ analysis will help you understand the important topics or important areas where the UPSC focuses more. It will help you guide your preparation in the right direction. And it will also help you save your time and energy in the areas where UPSC focuses very less. And for the person who have already started the preparation but is in the process, it is important for you how it will help you understand whether your preparation is aligned to the needs of the examination. And how will you do that? Try solve some of the PYQs. If you are able to solve it, yes, your preparation is in the right direction. If not, let's say you are not able to solve most of the PYQs, then it means that there is a gap in your preparation which you have to rectify. And for the people who are going to give the exam, it is important for you as well. How? Because if you are solving thousands of MCQs from different test series and you are going and writing the real exam, it will be similar to preparing in a French language and writing the exam in the Japanese language. You will be not able to understand the language of the UPSC. So it is important that before the exam itself, you are able to understand the language of UPSC and you are getting used to the language of UPSC. So next question is most of the aspirants ask how much years of PYQs are needed. So if you don't have time, you can go for at least the last 5 years of the PYQs. If you have time, you can go for the last 10 years also. If you're going beyond that also, it is actually better. So it actually depends on you to do how much years of PYQs. And the next question will be, mostly aspirants make some mistakes. What is that mistake? That is, even though they understand the importance of the PYQ, what they do is they are not able to properly analyze the PYQs. What they are doing is they are simply solving or answering the PYQs. They are not properly analyzing the PYQs. So that's why we have come up with this initiative. So what we are going to do is we are going to properly analyze the PYQs for you guys. And the next thing is, do UPSC repeat questions? So the answer is yes, UPSC do repeat questions and sometimes it repeats the same question again and again without even changing a single word. And sometimes the format of the question is different but the content is same. I'll show you some examples. So if you see here, in 2023, they have asked a question about the constitutional form of government. And in 2021, again the constitutional government. In 2020, again the constitutional government. In 2014 as well, again the constitutional form of government. So dear aspirants, if you have done the PYQ analysis of these years, you could have easily attended this question in the 2023 examination. So I'll show you another example. If you see here in 2023, there has been a question asked on Jhelum River, Krishna River, Ular Lake and Koleru Lake. So in 2010, the same question was asked in a different format. If you see here, the Koleru Lake, Krishna River, the Ular Lake and the Jhelum River. So here you can simply see the format of the question is different, but the content is again the same. So if you have done the PYQ analysis, you could have easily done this question in the examination. I'll show you another example. If you see here, there are certain topics or themes which UPSC ask again and again. One such topic is Ajanta caves. So in 2022, they've asked something about the Ajanta cave. In 2017, again the Ajanta. In 2016, again it was something about the Ajanta cave. And in 2013 as well as 2010, they have asked something about the Ajanta cave. So if you properly analyze or if you properly give some time for the Ajanta cave and prepare it thoroughly, you will be able to answer any question from that particular topic. And here is the another example. In 2021, they have asked something about the parliamentary form of government. In 2020, again parliamentary system of government. In 2017, again parliamentary form of government. In 2015 as well as in 2013, they have something asked about the parliamentary form of government. So dear aspirants, if you analyze this and if you thoroughly prepare the topic parliamentary form of government, you can easily answer any question which can be asked from this particular topic. So that's it. Actually, I have given only some of the examples. If I start giving you examples, it will take hours to complete this video. So anyway, what we are going to do in this initiative is we are going to do topic-wise PYQ analysis. Okay, so you will be able to understand how questions are repeated or themes are repeated from any particular topic. So that's it for today. So I'll see you in the next video where we will start analyzing the PYQs. Thank you, students.